Good time zones, everyone, and welcome to Tuesday. Can we swap it? No. This Tuesday needs to, just fnurble off. I'm not impressed with it. It needs to change. I don't like it. Can we swap for, Thursday, Wednesday? Actually, no, not Thursday. Thursday, I'll explain in a minute. This week offers to swap Tuesday for Monday. I'm pretty sure it did, because I had all of the Monday feelings today. Yeah. However, we are here. We are back in the madness world. It is time for stream, and the universe is good. So, let's see what we can do today. Welcome in Blast. Welcome in Frauke. Welcome in Ginger. Welcome in True Purple. Everybody who got here. Oh, and a Feg who arrived just before the bots. So welcome into all of you who got here before the bots. Blast got the first of the scurries. Welcome in Raven. Good to see all of you. Let's see. Glam Pixie. Lovely to see you. Frauke getting a scurry. Lil Red. Welcome in. Feg squashing Ginger the Lily with a Nokia 3310. Well, at least it's something that is complete. I mean, is that trying to you're trying to use something that's unsquishable to squish something that's unsquishable? I guess. How is it only Tuesday? Yeah. It's the Monday aftermath, so that checks out. I see you're looking over documentation, Blast. I hope that today. Ooh, wow. That might be my end. What? I am seeing a 16% drop in frames. That's not so helpful. Ooh. 20%. Right, hold on. I can't think why that would have, but what? The hair. Can't see anything there. Wow. Twitch is framing Scots. Yeah. 23% dropped frames. It's not CPU based. It's trying to control Alt Fnurble. I am wondering what's going on. Hold on. Let me. Download rate is fine. Upload. No real difference. That's normal. Granted, running a speed test while you're streaming is not a good thing, but hey, actually, that seems to have stabilized it. What? And suddenly everything seems to have stabilized. Quite literally. We have a Pokemon in chat for those who are trying to catch it. Has it passed Cozy Corner and moved straight into Nether? I'm not quite sure where it went. The interesting thing is, whatever seems to have happened seems to have stopped happening. Because suddenly my connection is incredibly stable again. Huh? Gotta stop feeding the Fnurbles after the... Oh. Hail Hydrate! Thank you, Jerry, mate. Also, welcome in, Jerry, mate. Quick, build like crazy while it's working. Yeah. The red sketch sounds very ominous. At least it's not the red weed. And a stretch to go with it. Thank you, Jerry, May. I mean, as an example of just how... Oh, look, the Dangler's here. When I say the red sketch is in, I mean it. There's a lot of sketch in red. Ah, goodness. Ordering has been split into 2 days. Experimental overview conditions on the first day. Paperwork second day, while you keep your records like you should and still do things within records. You're not usually scared by it, but you just... Yeah, paperwork everybody hates, Blast. It sounds like you've been doing okay, though. So I hope that the test or the audit continues without too many concerns. I'm not seeing any more dropped frames, so I'm hope... That's a very sketchy airship. Yep. Dangler is a little sketchy. Yep. I am not seeing a single more dropped frame, so whatever it was temporary. Let's just hope to Fnurbles that that's what it was. Today on starting the stream with a complete, utter Fnurbling, I think... are we sure the frames were being dropped and not just them being defenestrated by themselves? Given the way my day has happened, I'm not sure. What I do know is there may be a risk that I cannot stream on Thursday. It depends on me bouncing around, changing some of my hours of travel, etc., because I have a meeting that runs in the afternoon until 5 o'clock, aka 30 minutes before stream, aka that's a long meeting. When I say it runs in the afternoon, it runs in the afternoon. I think I must have upset some of the universe. Streams without scuff, 0. Nothing here there.
Great horny toad.
You're here, so I guess you survived. Woman auditing was very oddly strict on stuff. She was checking for specks of dust everywhere in the lab, even in the dark and forgotten corners of it, where she sticks finger down the floor. Honestly, that sounds vaguely familiar, Blast, considering if you don't do things like that, or if you don't look after areas like that, you could end up with stuff creeping in and compromising your testing, I guess. So, yeah. Can't I do what TV shows do and put on a repeat? We now return to Classic Scots. Given that part of my stuff yesterday. I was in a meeting yesterday, and 3 times I got told I was being the voice of reason. Yes, we're all doomed. I am the voice of reason. In black and white, or 4 to 3. Yeah. Goodness. Right. So, Frauke asked for golden ticket. Scotsman stream is recorded in front of a studio audience. I feel like I need to add a laugh track next. Kid you not, that's exactly what she said. What, the tisk, or the fact that you could introduce errors? Elkhorn on a 245 stream streak. Hoo, woohoo, woohoo. And managing to escape. Hoo-hoo-hoo. Woohoo, whoop, whoop, whoop. Elk managing. Does anyone know what's going on in my head? Both. Yay for the fact that apparently somewhere along the line I understand the concept of no, I'm not even gonna try and carry on that train of thought. I don't want to understand this concept. This is what we have a blast for. They're here to explain and understand this sort of stuff, not me. Right. So, golden ticket for Frauke. Hi. Akiko. For fuck's sakes. Briefly borrow you. Hello. Even you scare the audience. Oh, I'm scared of. Yep, grammar. There we are. Golden ticket. And I don't think golden ticket was supposed to be age locked, so bye-bye. Hi, golden ticket. You're it. I love sleeping fox piles. I mean, look at this. That is definitely a fox pile. Feed me? Oh, okay. There you are. Right. Let's go uphill for Ninja Sydney's one. She's an adult. Okie dokie. Well, she will be eventually. It'll take a minute, but she will be eventually. Hi. Anthony. Hello. Oop. Hold on. Ow. Where's another adult fox? I could have sworn there was another adult fox up here somewhere. You... Ow, 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 ow. Yes. You're an adult. Okay, which one of you's got my... Hi. I may have made a mistake. I may have made a tragic mistake here. Please ignore the sirens. Ow. Huskers. Well, I found the adult. I managed to breed the foxes. I just lost the baby. Or rather, I lost sight of the baby. It's somewhere in the fox pile. Hi. That's Bosco. Hasn't being a dad to the copper children taught me enough? Apparently not. Apparently not. trying to figure out where all the foxes are is not high on my capability list. Hey, Landstrad! So somewhere in here is a... Well, there's my lead. Was my lead. Got it. Okay, I've got my lead back. Copper children grow up on their own. I don't have to try and chase around the copper children to... Hi? To name them, though. That's the problem. Here we find Scotsmen littering the area with berries in the vague hope that once the sun sets and the foxes become active, it'll become clear which one of these is unnamed. And if you believe that, I've got a timeshare in Gordonstein to sell you. Nope. Hi. It's... Hi. Nope, that's Nan. Hi, Nan. Fox Jordan, Anthony, Husk. Gosh, foxing down it. Ah. Sup. Oscar. No. Oscar. Are you unnamed? Ah. Well, you might have been unnamed, but I don't know where you are now. Hi. Hi. Hello. Hi. I think... No, that's Fox Jordan. That's Moonbeam. Man. Bosco. Cocoa Bear. Gosh, foxing, darn it. Is this, this is not working. Hi. No. Moonbeam. Fox Jordan. Hell. Ah! That's the fox that I want. That's Bosco. Hi, Bosco. No. No. You're not it. No. Is it me or is this a bad idea? Hold on. Alright, I give up. Try making a day so they sleep. Strangely, out of Elkhorn, that had crossed my mind. The problem is, they have a habit of sleeping in places I can't get to. Right, you lot. Take a nap. Everybody go the fox to sleep. No. You're gossip. No. Hi, Cal. How you doing? Hello, me. Nah. No. Hi. Gosh, Foxy Duck. Somewhere in this pile of foxes, I bet this is the fox I'm looking for. You. Found you. Hi. Lily. You need to invest in a fox separator. I need... No! We nearly separated the foxes very rapidly. That was nearly a very quick fox separation. Unfortunately, that would have been a fox separation from reality. Ay. We have an event Pokemon in chat for those who still actually have any of a heartbeat after that one. Hi, Blackclad. How you doing, Chaos Sibling? Twin. Ah! Mental note. Just because you have no heartbeat. At this point, I'm not sure I have a heartbeat. That creeper snuck up on me. That was a sneaky creeper. It totally wasn't distracted by YouTube doom scrolling before sneaking in here. I mean, a lot of things have been sneaking apparently, Kel. Right, hold on. I am going to remove a couple of these berry bushes so that I can actually get to this corner. Right, and I'm going to replant them here, here, and here. There we are. Now I can actually visit these foxes in this corner a little bit easier. Hi, Halloumi. Hi, Moonbeam. Hi, Husk. Right. So, Golden Ticket now exists, and so does Lily. And, apparently so does a large amount of Chaos. Trying to, mark those as complete. Trying to figure out what's going on with foxes is apparently an interesting problem. Also, what does the elevator say when it broke down? Nothing, it just stares. Oh, blast. Please tell me you got a decent amount of arrows for that one. Blackclad joining the scurry. Thank you, Blackclad. Now you need Samuel L. Jackson to read that one. Well, go the fox to sleep. Yep. I know I didn't see you immediately, Kel. I'm sorry. I was a little bit broken trying to figure out how to... Only 12. Well, that escalated quickly. Wow. Throws the lift at blast. Mm-hmm. I was very distracted, squirrel. Oh, you figured out the seismograph. Oh, no. That should be interesting, Elk. Not so uplifting. Oh, dear. Not surprised that there's been so many merry interactions here. Right. Now that we've survived trying to get 2 more foxes into the universe. Really, we did. We just about survived it. So did the foxes. Mental note. I may need to come up with a fox separator. Canadian Dragon, welcome in. Mika, welcome in. I wanted to tell a sodium joke, but it was like, nah. That's a pun that Blast would absolutely make and enjoy. It's okay. For bother, it avoided me. At least it was a fun distraction, watching me try and chase foxes around. Oh, good lord! I snurbled that one royally, nearly. Whoop, hello. that you can't help but love chemistry jokes as a chemist. No, not surprised. Didn't say. 16 sodium atoms walked into a bar, followed by Batman. Na 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 Batman. Oh, good grief. At least I can figure that one out. Hi. What's the difference between a fancy sweater and a $5 bill? One is cashmere, and the other one's mere cash. It's not that I'm disappointed in you all. It's just that the seismograph is going to be Elk's pun, not mine. Alright, I don't need this anymore, because it's done its job. I have used... it existed to remind me how to build a copper golem sorting system. I now have a copper golem sorting system. Or powered sorting system. To the point at which I have a small amount of chests. For those who are interested, this is 12 stacks of chests. Yay, you escaped for dinner. Nice, Mika. This is just the intelligent sorting arrangement. It's also all hoppered up. All the hoppers are in place. Interestingly, it was only a stack and a half of hoppers on the back of all of those, so that's probably close to 4 stacks of hoppers, which for a sorting system of this epic scale is actually pretty low. So I'm quite happy with the number of hoppers involved in this. Mr. Roo, welcome in. Lovely to see you. Right. So. That can go away. That can't. I can probably put those in here, though. Actually, no, I can't. They don't go in there. Hey, Mr. Roo. Should name the sorting system caffeine since it's all hoppered up. Oh. I'm doing okay, Mr. Roo. I am dramatically attempting to figure out how to build what is probably a ridiculously over-the-top storeroom. I have the sketch in place. Literally. Hence the redness. Look, things to do involving trains and planes. Any automobiles in that? Put those in there. Sketching in red. Sound like the Game of Thrones character. At least I'm not wedded to it. No, but maybe an auto bone mealer to round out the saying. Yep. Right. Speaking of things. Hi, sir. You appear to be you appear to be dangling things in my vicinity. Would you explain what you're offering? Yeah, nothing of value. Has this got knocked back? Goodbye! Wow! Somebody sent an ambulance for him very quickly. Nah, he'll survive. He's just doing a high dive, Elk. It's only a high dive. We're over water. He's perfectly safe. And apparently I can't run anymore. Right, let's sleep so that we can get rid of the darkness. I gotcha. From this height, I mean, how do you know he's not a champion skydiver? He might be perfectly capable of. Please just. Okay, Rue. I'm so used to just calling you Mr. Rue. Yeah, if you're innocent, we'll have trouble. Oh look, there's another creeper involved. Why is today full of creepers? Well, the point, why can't I see him? Oh, there he is. Hi, sir. That is an unapproved vantage point. You are not a we do not accept drop creepers. Bye. We do ship them, however. Available now. We've just drop shipped your drop creeper. Hashtag light your build. Yes. Oddly appropriate considering what he did to the poor trader. Yeah. Hashtag light your builds. I was about to light it, Elkhorn. That was the reason why I tried to sleep quickly. And that's last. Punt, axe. Oh, goodness. Because calling yourself anything you didn't approve would be... Oh. Blast. Somewhere in here I have spare tools. Jeez, there they are. Right. I also have a convenient way of flying around all of this. There's a rake at blast. Does that make him irate or irate? At this point, just throw the whole garden shed. Wow. Yeah, I had a feeling that was the case. There were sections that I never got to lighting up. Yes, when I did all of the sketching. Need to get ready as you're expected in the pub soon. Ooh, lovely. I hope you have a lovely time in the pub, Mr. Roo. If I put that there, does that get rid of those two? Yes, it does. Excellent. Right. One here. One here. Plenty of alcohol will be drunk. Then that's a good reason for going to a pub. Excited Fred Jack? Fred Jack? And carpet. Oh, it's the spoons. Yeah, the carpet will be sticky. New destination for the SLA unlocked. I'm not sure that the SLA are allowed anywhere near Wetherspoons. Have we already discussed the snapshot used today? Not since going live, Elkhorn. Not since going live. So maybe we can... hey, Hunter, welcome in. Maybe we can. Concrete stairs and slabs. Yahoo-hoo! Wahoo-hooey! This mayhem brought to you by the now your inventory is going to cry even harder update. And those are nice bright colours too. They really are. Yep. As I say, this is officially now the now your inventory really is going to cry update. one there. That covers quite a bit of this. So we've got wool stairs and slabs, concrete stairs and slabs. What I was about to say, what are the odds of terracotta stairs and slabs next? You want to recall the thoughts of classic Scots from earlier? You may want to check Discord. Uh-oh. Terracotta army. What do I... Fake. We have an event Pokemon in chat for those who may be interested in it, and in Discord we have the apocalypse. For those who want that instead. One thing that I was commenting on in the Spawn Chunks Discord, it seems odd that they've added maps for with all 12 squirrels, hopefully. You never know. They seem to have added maps before to almost everything except for trail ruins. I'll get the right one in a minute. And it feels kind of weird that they haven't done trail ruins, because they're the one thing that are just nigh on impossible to find, in my opinion. I don't think aren't trail ruins meant to be lost. I mean, they're definitely lost, that's for sure. Trying to find them is a nightmare for me. I don't think I think I've ever only managed to find one without the aid of a map. So a trial chambers. Trial chambers you can find, though. You can get a map to those by buying them from villagers. Trail ruins are not mapped. Sydney! Welcome in, even if you're muted and can't hear me. Hi, Sydney! One of the additional is trial ruins are by definition covered over time, having been long abandoned. Yeah. Starts writing a new list for Mojang. Mossy turf, mossy mud bricks, cracked mud bricks, coarse dirt slabs, grass slab stairs. Yeah. Hashtag Dear Mojang. I think that's the right block. Mighty Metgo, welcome in. Ooh. Can I place this fnurbling? There it is. Okay, back to meeting. Just need to sneak over. Lily now exists, Sydney, by the way. And caused me an absolute nightmare of a fnurbling trying to name them. Because they ran away. Actually, I'm going to place that there. I didn't need that torch anyway. Yada-dee. Thank you, Kel, for passing that message on. Right. Hashtag the last two things to light up. You live. Experimental audit went okay. Whatever happens next, happens next. Yep. The rest is paperwork. Right. Are everything lit up? Crikey. Now I sound like I'm from the West Country. Are everything lit up, laddie? Actually, I bet the bottom of the rings aren't. Oh no, they are. I lit them up previously. Really? Got 2 1s on each. Oh, 2 0s on each. Oh well. I know I've got a few zeros in a few places, but we'll I'll live with those for the moment. Hopefully I don't end up dying with those, but that's a different problem. Whoop, 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 whoop. Boing, boing, boing. I can see clearly now, the build's lit up. I can find my way back to my bed. All of the things that murder me can't spawn, at least on the middle of this build. Right. Please don't talk like that. You're weeding me out of that. Ah, well. So. Sorry, Cal. Let's see. I have a dozen different ideas on where we can start building. But I think the first place to start might be the storage area. We can use this to set the tone. And it's probably the area where we're going to then start putting material... No, you're not. We can start putting materials in so that we can actually build this place. So, the question becomes, what do we want this place to look like? And the answer is, I don't know. Wait, I was supposed to actually have a plan? We're doomed! I forgot one of the key concepts. I never brought a plan. Wait, that's me trying to get the creative engine running. We regret to inform you that this Scotsman's brain is dead. Creative Scots noise is intensified. No create engine. Yeah, true. Okay. And I haven't invested in Adobe Creative Cloud, so there's no cloud engineering involved. Alright. Although, given the number of clouds around this build... Actually, the clouds are all below this build. Literally. They're all the way down there. You know things are good when you don't have to worry about the clouds going through your build, because you're above them. My head's not in the clouds. My head is way above it. Woohoo! Okay. Let's think. Uh-oh. Well, we're doomed now. Kel's reaching for the Fnurble stick. Why did I just call it that? Why? Nip. My brain. Yes. When people are naughty, you hit them with the Fnurble stick. Hit me with that Fnurble stick. Hit me. Hit me. Hit me with the Fnurble stick. Ban me fast and ban me quick. Hit me, hit me, hit me. That's one for the Secret 18 Plus album. Here we find Scotsman quote baiting. Honestly, I'm not. I am not trying to. I'm really not. And yet, didn't I have, like, a chest with all sorts of bits of brick? Surely one of these should be a pile of brick somewhere. Or did I literally use up all of my brick? Oh, there it is. That's... Wow. I have a stack and 3 of brick left. Dang it. Some days my brain really is a runaway train. Runaway train won't come back. Runaway train on the wrong track. Runaway train trying to figure out what the fnubble's going on and why we haven't got a clue. Ooh, ooh. Help me. Help me. Let's see. Right. Come on, Scots. Get a grip. Let's get some dark oak shelves. Help me? No. It's more entertaining to watch you suffer. Oh, I'm going to hit a problem. I'm going to hit a... Yep. I forgot. I forgot how close to build height we were. I can't do my usual trick of building up until I hit a full stack. Today on Scots can't even remember where he's building. Right. Somewhere around here I've got a crafting bench. There it is. So I think dark oak shells would be a nice thing. So what I want to do is have a nervous breakdown. But in the interim, before we do that, let us... So what I'd like to do is hide these hoppers so that you can still access the chests above them. Because the chests are important. The chests are how you train the storage system. Okay, so I made 60. I have 12 left. That's 40. No, that's not 48. No. It is 48. Yay! I can't maths. So what I need is another 36. 36, 46, yeah, 40, 36, right. I can be a functional human being. I can build. I know what I'm doing. All evidence to the contrary, please be ignored. So this has two advantages. More building, less fnurбling. That's what I'm trying to do, Elk. That's what I'm trying to do. The building has commenced. Ah! Gravity works. Until someone marches in 48 fnurbles in rows of 3. The 48 fnurbles marched along, huzzah, huzzah. The 48 fnurbles marched along, huzzah, huzzah. The 48 fnurbles marched along. They couldn't figure out why they were in this song, and they carried on marching along, all the fnurbles along. It's a white fox in chat as a Pokemon, for those who are paying more attention to the Pokemon than the squirrel that has no idea what they're doing in the stream. That's not right. I'd like that back, please. Thank you. I should probably take a nap before it gets too dark. Oh, it's the Aloe Ninetales. Ooh. Shiny. Oh, what? You got a shiny? Frauke got a shiny. Nice. Crumbs. Kel got a gift and a diamond. Glam and Blast both caught it, and I got nothing. Oh well. I got an additional addition to the list of people who got shinies in my chat. Ah. Gravity is still functional. Take care of yourself, Blast. I'm going to continue hoping that it goes okay. Midna, welcome in. And just missed it. Oopsie. And we're headed off back to the back to the Chaos Gremlins in the Frozen Archive. To the Frozen Archives. One of these days I will add that as a audio sting. I have Black Clad provided me with it. I just haven't done anything with it. Yes, now you have all three Ninetales. Standard, PCG Rainbow, and Alolan. Nice. Alolan? Alolan from a Pride Month event. Yep. Here, deep in the nether, we find Scotsman wondering, dear God, why is everything so far apart in this world? And that'd be 27 tails. That's a lot of tails. I find it interesting, and this is another whole lot of tales, Sonic the Hedgehog story. Yes. I find it interesting that the Nether is very much an example of just how I have changed the way I think about this world. The first 3 or 4 builds, the portals are right on top of each other. The others, you have a massive long journey between them. I've made it so that they're not immediately on top of each other. And they are in different regions, different biomes, different concepts. And It says a lot about how I have changed the way that I build in this world over time. Granted, you had to come all the way out here to get to the Frozen Archive because it was the first large-scale frozen area. Now, can I... Yes. I can put a star on the end of that. It's got started building big, now they're thinking big. Yep. I'm going to put a star on the end of that shiny. Just because I can. Just because I remembered that if you press the Windows and the full Windows key and the full stop, you get the ability to search for emotes, icons, and all sorts of other useful things. Right. Now I put that back in my offhand. Hello. Hey, foxes. I decided to put my primary storeroom way out at the end of it all. My future primary storeroom, yes. Lumon? Gremlin. Gremlin. Thank you. Gremlin. Lumon. Right. Now, there is a... There it is. Come here. Hi. Before you murder me in berries, I need you to follow me for a second. Hi. Hi. Look, I know you want to go and be... There you are. Shiny! Oh, hold on. Because I am shiny. It's the Fwip way. Hey, Mad! Actually, the Fwip way is the one that I actually do have, which is almost every region has a different set of resources by way of generation. Now that we've moved Moss back to Lagville, I am actually getting to the point where different regions of the world have different resource generators, meaning that I have reasons to go back to them, which is definitely the Frick way. And Mad on a 15 stream streak, but Mary is attentive and has caught you. Sorry, Mad. Hold on. Let's feed the foxes. I love the way they sprint forward, grab one, and then fall asleep. Which one of you was that? Gremlin. Of course it was Gremlin. Hi, Shiny. I knew it would go. Oh, the white foxes are way too adorable. Okay. They rush forward, grab one, and then fall asleep. I see, exactly. All the foxes are too adorable. That's true, Frauke. Hi, Void. You are incredibly adorable as well. I don't think there's any way I'm going to be able to sleep until I get back to the Himmelsby. So let's go back to Himmelsby and then take a nap. Obviously, it's a midnight snack, Feg. That's what it is. Travel through the nether, travel through the nether. I mean, Frozen Archive is that much of a distance. Then you get to the Caldera, which is this portal. Then Caldera to Gordonstein is this much. Not quite as far as the Frozen Archive, but quite a decent amount of distance. And Caldera but then we get all of the ones that are bunched up. We've got Caldera going out to IKEA. Not very far at all. And from IKEA you can see Lagville. And from Lagville you can see the Satan Sanity Santa's Grotto. Then barely a stone's throw in the opposite direction, we've got the mining village. And right next to that, we've got the Temple of Yeet. Granted, this one is access to the stronghold. And then all the way out there, we've got Jurassic World. And then 1.5 million miles north, we have Himmelsby. Because of course we do. Yeah, ba da da. Ow. And now we have a hydrate. I'll hydrate. Just in time to get rid of the rain. Thank you, Cal. And to go with that drink, we have popcorn. So, a stretch. Everyone, remember, hydrate, stretch, med check if needed. Get some food if you need that as well. Do self-care. It is important. It's important that you self-care. Right. Let's have a think. Chocolate check if you need it. I was about to say. Some of those letters are incomplete. Let's see. So I think the next thing I want to do is work out what to put between these blocks of sections. I'm tempted to go with what I go with quite a lot, and I know I go with it quite a lot, but it looks really cool. And I'm not going to try and keep it down to just the small areas. I think you see, that works quite nicely. Now, what I want to do is something across the front here. I have a thought. Careful, he's having a thought. We're fairly... And I know that the sketch is incredibly red, but red and black are very much Himmelsby colours. So what if... What if that? And I will put a floor underneath this. Because then we can consider putting stuff on top of these as well and make this feel like a storeroom. and active. Red and black are the colour of many things. Now I'm thinking it's Dennis the Menace's airship. Well, now we've got to rip it all out. Not sure the magenta works with the dark oak. What magenta? Oh, yeah. Can I name a happy Gus Nasher? No. We have a Bulbasaur in chat for those who might be interested in trying to catch one of those. Actually, you know what would really look pretty cool? Let's brighten this area up. What if we don't... What if we invert expectations? What if we brighten it? And then for the floor, we can go for something like... I'm thinking... Do I have any pre-cut? And a stone slab, there we are. And it's andesite, that's mossy stone brick. I just want stone stairs. Don't have any. Fine. What if... And this is just basic initial thinking. What if we do that? Need to do something across the top here, but that could equally be that could be so. That might be where we bring in, say, copper gratings so that you can see the copper golems working above us. Or do we actually need something there? We need something above these blocks for to keep the copper golems working. I know that sounds cruel, but no. Yeah, yes. Actually, the copper golems can walk across. Careful, could you use redstone ore in places so you can see where they go? Helps light my... I'm not sure that would help. Right, I'm trying to work out where the copper golems themselves are going to walk. Do I want them walking on top of these chests, or do I want them walking in a... It's a thought, but here I need stairs and slabs. So that you can still access the chests beneath it. bear with me on this. This is a very surreal train of thought, and I'm aware of it. That's what I'm looking for. Do I not have pale moss? Why do I not have pale moss? How can I have everything except pale moss? Surely it should be in one of these. Because my farm is on a different server. Apparently so. Okay, for the moment, let's concept in moss. But what I'm thinking is we have it so that the copper golems walk on top of that. And then we put something here as a concept in moss. Sounds like the winner of a Turner Prize. We've heard worse. Do we have... Yes. Let's go with the... No. Let's go for the waxed exposed. Actually, no. Let's go with the straight copper. Better than unmade bed. Oh, goodness, yes. Ow. Well, I missed that jump. So, I'm thinking have it so that the copper golems are basically walking along on top of a pale moss carpet. Hey, Miner Mum! I don't like it. I don't like it. It's a shame. But it looks terrible. Concept is utterly fnurbled. Wow. Why am I going through so much saturation suddenly? I seem to be burning through saturation today. Right, let's put away the moss carpet because I'm not going to concept in moss anymore. Keep hurting myself, do I? Stop hurting yourself! Stop hurting yourself! Waxed cut copper slabs. What if... And then... Stair. Don't need that at the moment. Yeah, we'll look. Hey, what do you know? And copper trapdoor. So stair. I kind of feel like it would be. Yeah. What was that about? Keep hurting myself. Okay, mental note, we're building at height. Maybe I should complete the floor before we start fnurbling. What if this? Get back here. Okay, that looks better. So we'd have the copper golems walking around in there. Make the next sketch out of slime and honey to prevent broken ankles. I don't have that much slime, Frauke. And really don't have the honey blocks. This feels better. I'm starting to think this feels nicer. I quite like the feel of this and the... Can that be a stream when I turn off block sounds? Yeah. Hey, Cardoodles, welcome in. And thank you for joining the... It feels like a proper safety cage. You see, that's what I'm looking for. The feel of an of a sort of... not so much an industrial safety cage, although there is a lot of industry here. I still need more stairs. Fruitcake Candy, welcome in. Let's make myself some more stairs. I feel like I should move my stone cap. Okay, here we have a piece of archaeology. For some reason, underneath my stone cutter, I have a single block of water. And absolutely no clue why. Actually, I think I know why. Nope. Nice thought, Elkhorn. I'm fairly sure it's there for saturating a happy gust. I think it's how I saturated the happy gust that lives around here. Which also doesn't have a name. But that's not a problem for now. That's a problem for future Scots. Where did I find the pale oak? There it is. What if... So it's a birthing. No. 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 Also, ignoring that statement from Fick. It's a hydration pool. Which is more than you're going to find in the UK right now, because everything is dehydration pool. Let's put those back for the moment. What if... Do we have... Yes, polished tough. Should that be a stair and a slab? Yes, it probably should, actually. Thought dehydration pools were just pubs. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. Oh, polished tough slabs. I don't have polished tough stairs, though. Fine, we'll just make them one. Because I think this would be at least reasonably close in colour. Have a good nap, Raven. Take care of yourself. Then we can do something... I should probably have waxed my copper trapdoors, but hey. I'm thinking keep everything bright copper. I think having it all in bright copper would be quite nice. Oh, ooh, do I have... yes. What we could do is... here. There's our light source for the area. And we do another one on the other side of that. Could follow Impulse's logic. Bright copper where it will be constantly worked on, the occasional slightly weathered tucked into corners. So the gratings that are actually the gratings could be where it's slightly more aged, and the stuff that the golem is walking on would be bright. That would actually, yeah, that would make sense. And we have a weekly Pokemon in chat for those who might be interested in catching it. So if that was the case, maybe not so much of the bright on the gratings. So, particularly towards the corners. That is such a common mistake, Mad. I think we've all done that one. Repeatedly. So something like that. I feel like I got that too even. So... there. Ooh, that's starting to feel nice. I like that. And what we can put is... so, we need to I need to work out the Fnurbal's paradigm. Do I have any... oh, hold on. Yes, I do. Excellent. I've got chests. So I need a normal chest and a copper chest and a couple of hoppers and a... My brain just went, I need a normal chest, a copper chest, an old priest, a young priest, and at least a pillar of salt. Oh boy. My brain. This is your brain when Scotsman's around. We apologise profusely. Don't forget something fnurbled and something blue. Something old, something new, something fnurbled, something blue. Right. That solves the issue with things that are... yes. Right. So if I put you there... what we can do is say hi to Ritsu. Hi, Ritsu! Oh, if I have a double chest... please ignore the sudden amounts of horror as I nearly throw myself into the void again. One of these chests... no, it's this one. Let's get the second of the bulbs into place as well while we're at it. I can see myself needing a whole heap of another trial chamber for this build. So at some point we might have to find a new trial chamber to murder. Right. What I was thinking is we can put hoppers here, here, and here, and put a double chest here. And then I just need a block here and something here to balance this all up. So probably look after yourself, Mad. Ooh, chiseled copper. Chiseled copper might go quite nicely here. Like so. And then we can put, say... Do we just want to actually keep the grating going all the way along to the next section? So we'd end up with grating running straight along here. Actually, I feel like there needs to be something here as a support structure. So let's work that out. And I think probably copper. Do we want a copper? No. Let's go for something that's not copper. I feel like we're getting heavy into the copper, and I'd like to not rely entirely on the copper. Let's see. I know those are not going to stay there. So I'm thinking... I'm not sure I want it to be similar to Copper Elk. That's the thing. I kind of feel like it would be nice to have something that's not copper at all. I'd like to possibly break the colour scheme up at the points of intersection. I almost feel like those bulbs need to move. Maybe that's... Ah. Ooh. Ah. Whoopsie. I almost feel like I should sort out the floor. I found the flaw in my plan. It's the lack of the floor. Basalt, acacia log, pale oak log. Yeah, that's partially where I'm going. I think, Elk. Maybe this should be... Oh, that would work nicely. If we do the copper bulb here... And then put that back. Then we can get... Yes. Yes. That gets us light. Expensive, but observers would look good as a joiner. You say that, but your thinking has just made me think of something that might look really good. Yes, but what if? Oh, hold on. I need... And then, above that... Actually, I'm not sure I like those gratings. Those gratings feel out of place. I might need something here. That might be where we put the yes. Yes. Ooh, idea. Idea is forming. Idea is forming. Idea. Right, let's go with... that here. Interesting. Maybe those should be the other way up. Or maybe I should... No. No. Nice idea, not quite what I'm looking for. Great. Where did that go? There it is. What if... No. Yes. Oh, it's going to be too noisy. No. Might need to be the blast furnace. That's getting expensive. I mean, we're only looking at 6 to 12. Why am I putting you in there? No. That one. Don't think I have a blast furnace. Oddly, no. Right. 3. 2 of which are functional. One of which is defunct. Let's put you out of the way for the moment. I've forgotten what I need for blast furnaces. It's smooth stone. Smooth stone. Moment. When you push a button by accident and it may cause annoyance. What button are we pushing? Didn't I have a whole... Oh, all of my smooth stones back at Jurassic World. A button that is sending 550 messages to Discord. Blackclad, what did you do? And how did you... And, why? Here we find the Flying Scotsman, realizing he's left all of the material he wants in a different chest. The material you want is in a different kingdom. No. Useful. No. Oh, look. Smooth stone. I will deal with the stretch and the hydrate just after I sleep so that I don't end up with... there we are. Hail hydrate. Starts with a beach volleyball game. Yeah. Stretch. I'm not on the Hermitcraft server, Ginger, so I do not have a volleyball game. I am not. Also, helping Fnurbles in the slightest over there. Might be interesting to ponder one of those at some point for a different server. And we have a Wabuffet in chat for those who might be interested in a new Pokemon or another one. Whee! This is where we hope that there's no angry bacon on the way through. Oldie played beach volleyball on Sunday. He wasn't wearing a bikini. No, was it? Would he? Wabuffet. Is that Hyacinth Wabuffet? Something like that. It's the jump scare Pokemon. That's not going to look right. Okay. None of that looks right. That looks fine. That doesn't. If that's the whole buffet, I have choice words for management. Yeah. Buffet as in blown. I'll buff it. Aha. Not the French all you can eat. I don't want it. I don't. Train of thought. Train of thought. Train of thought. Be nice, Scots. Be nice. I need a... I know. Okay, right. Let's fnurble a little bit differently. That's what she said. Squishes gingivitis the lily with a hygienist. Wow. Yeah, that might work. Have I got any of those? So interesting that providing context to me. Yeah, welcome to English. Squirrelkin! Welcome in, Ninja. English needs to list what language a word was borrowed from. I believe the answer to that, Frauke, is yes. Because English borrows from all of them. English never met a language that it didn't feel like taking down a back alley, knocking over the head, and then stealing language from. That's normal deep slate. Of course it's not. We're an equal opportunities klepto language. Exactly. If it can be stolen, the English language probably did. English doesn't borrow from other languages, it follows them down dark alleys, knocks them out, and rummages through their pockets for loose grammar. That's the quote I was trying to remember, Elk. That's the one. Welcome to the English phonetic alphabet, where two of the first four letters are Greek and another is Italian. Yep. While I really, really, really want to use this, I don't think it works. So let's put that there. Right, now what I can do is this. That's not going to work. I want something that's not a full block. Here we find Elkhorn wondering what happened to cause that quote. I can't remember. As usual, there are reasons for these quotes. Now, I think it needs to be a block feg because it's going to be counterbalancing that block. Well, namely that chest. Unless... Oh, hold on. Maybe if we... He was confused, but he also didn't argue against it. I don't think we need those. We can possibly put... Meow. Meow, meow, meow. Meow, meow. Not saying it's false, just trying to remember the context. Good luck with that, elk. Context is regularly scrubbed from these quotes deliberately just to make them as confusing as possible. That. And then maybe another one of those there. Remember, scrub your quotes, remove the context properly, and you can have an absolutely amazing reaction of, huh? No. But maybe. Ooh. Yes. That works. Scots was trying to take you out. Oh my. No, maybe. I've got those. I've got confusion. I've got rhythm. I've got not quite a clue about what's going on. Oh, hold on. There's no point trying to do the next bit because the bits underneath it are missing. So, you. Nope. You're not stairs, you're slabs. Slab. Trapdoor. What was in the middle? Oh, slab stair. Slab. Stair. Time for a nap. Scrubbed your quote so hard, it now has a job in a hospital. He's also a guy who thinks he's a fly. Pretty fly for a quote guy. But the song? Mm-hmm. Shouldn't I have a... Oh, there it is. Bulb. Pretty fly for a rabbi. Is that a that feels like it might be a Weird Al Yankovic song. Amish Paradise is another classic, always. Yeah, da, 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 da. I think you did that one. A song that Weird Al Yankovic didn't do. Some more polished deep slate. So a bunch of rabbits hopping backwards the other day. Do you think someone knows they lost their receding hair? Line. Why did the dog get kicked out of the soccer game for a rough play? Oh. As I walked through the valley and I have as my grain, I took a look at my wife and realized she's very plain. This did go from elk to saying rabbi to thinking about rabbits. Yep. I'm still carrying smooth stone when I don't need it. So let's put that in here for the moment. And let's get 8 more stairs. Say hello to the lovely visiting zombie pigman. And that reminds me of another long-form dad joke. Uh-oh. Do you know what they call an opinion without 3.14? An onion. What? Oh. Oh, hi. Mary likes your jokes today. 12 arrows. It's a pretty low arrow to Mary pun. Limit, count. One of those words makes sense. Sir, are you trying for the high ground? Sir, excuse me. No! Stop trying to push me off the edge when I'm trying to push you off the edge. Go. Go on. Goodbye. Just glanced over from game to see a lot of talk about context. You weren't getting any of that. Just sounded so disappointed. A priest, a monk, and a rabbit walk into the blood bank to donate. When asked the obvious question, the rabbit says, "I think I'm a typo." See here. Kay the River Cat on a 15-stream streak. Managing to be caught by Mary, however. Nice try. We have an event Pokemon in chat for those who might be interested in catching that. Look, not all of these puns are things that I notice as jokes immediately. And it is an event Pokemon for those who may be interested in trying to catch it. I feel like I need here to be something a little bit more substantial. So maybe we bring these all the way down here. It's a shame there isn't a grey. Ooh, hold on. No, that's not what I was looking for. It's a shame there isn't a grey bookshelf yet. Here for your work lurk. Well, thank you for the work lurk, Kay. We do appreciate it. And, well, just we appreciate you being here, full stop. It's always lovely. I feel like I need something going up the middle here that would be an interesting shape to just counterbalance. Ooh. Huh? That might be interesting. Might need to swap that out for possibly just one of those if I do that. Bill and Ben noises intensify. Flobba-dobba-dobba, flobba-dobba, flobba-dobba-dobba-dobba. Wee flobba-dobba, flobba-dobba-dobba-dobba. I was going to try and avoid this, but I think it might actually flobba-dobba in your own good time. Elk's like, what did I just encounter? No. Nah. Missed. Elk is from the wrong continent for Bill and Ben, obviously. And I was going to say the wrong generation, but I think Elk is possibly not the wrong not the wrong age, just the wrong continent. Ooh, I wonder. That might work nicely. Let's Bill and Ben is black and white, so yeah, flower pot pen. Yes. What if spruce or dark oak? I don't know which I like the idea of more. Bill and Ben wasn't black and white, wasn't it? You may be thinking of the wrong generation of it. Ooh. Ah! I did exactly the same mistake. What if not? but... Hi, TGM! There may have been a generational alternative. Thanks to rogue letters, we're all the incontinent... Oh, dear. I think dark oak might be too dark. Given that and that. So maybe not the dark oak. Maybe go for the spruce. Possibly of the Forsyth. Maybe you can get a Brucey bonus. Welcome back, Mad. Oh, Lord. I've spent nearly 2 hours fnurbling, and I have not much to show for it. This is one of those moments of it takes an awful lot to get going, but I'm trying to set the... Aha, that's what I was looking for. I will need more than that, but... Stowed away to check on your food, and heard elk getting called old. Yes, it's a day ending in Y, Sydney. That's better. Design work is time consuming. It is. I need 2 more of those. Oh, hold on. Let's just get this all the way down. That. Oh, I like it. That's nice. That's not. That doesn't work so well. But what if we turn it through 90 and do that? Now it looks like an access ladder. Many Foxy Fnurbles. Add 2 installs of OBS. Remove the second one and it removes the settings for your first one. Ouch. Have to go back and watch Scott's being foxy. I definitely got to have to chase around the foxes a lot. Fnoxy. Dr. Fnoxy. Why is my inventory an absolute stinking mess again? Oh yes, I'm building. That would do it. Let's grab those. I'm going to place these in here for the moment. Oops. Oh, I'm starting to really like this. Now what we can do is put copper grating across here. Just to give ourselves connection to the lower floor. And okay, let's... Do I want... Yeah. Let's try those for this side, and then try... Possibly. I could have sworn I heard a trader just taking damage. But I can't have, because we haven't had the message of Wandering Trader has just arrived. Which... No, it's this one. If I don't do those, what if... That looks better than that, unfortunately. that looks too organic, which for this area doesn't feel right. Oh, well, that's who took that. Hey, found out who took damage. Yeah, he's definitely pointing at something. Now this is going to need supports along the length of it at some point. But I've got ideas for how to do that. Spleef him? We've done that a few times. I'm not against it. Come on, sir. Hi. Sir. We need you. That's not spleefing. Oh well. Hi, J-Whip. Welcome in. I hope you're doing okay. So what I will do is add some supports underneath this. And I have a design that I've just thought up in my head that will fit what I want. And sir, we need you to doing very good. I'm doing okay. I am slow by way of what I'm building, but we're in the setting a style point of this build. Sir, would you mind just falling off the building? Go on. Thank you. Some days you just can't push a zombie pigman off a building. Mental note: when we do put the proper design for this in, leave somewhere for those guys to be distracted too. Right. Right. That goes there. I just need to build a taller portal. No. He might want a parachute. He's not getting one. Now I won't be putting a taller portal in. I'll put a distraction in Feg. You know, the good old turtle egg and trapdoor yeet hole. Okay, what I would like to do is have something down the middle. I'll put a distraction in Feg. That's not what I meant, and you know it. Besides, he's over water. Yeah, he's going to survive no matter what. Jungle trapdoors, I think, are what I'm looking for here. Army? Something Geneva Convention. That's why I'm not murdering him, I'm just dropping him out of the sky. No, I think it might be better just going with putting a distraction in. In this economy. Something Canada's pastime. What, coming up with ways to be told off for the Geneva Conventions? Why do I have cut copper stairs and waxed cut copper stairs? Have I been putting in two different types of stairs? Dagfnurble it. as long as he drops our children off for play dates more gently. They'll be fine, Sydney. Besides, the copper golems in this are going to be perfectly safe inside of an operating. Canada has had some stern tellings off from Geneva. I mean, I suspect a lot of that is because they keep coming up with... They made a lot of the things that got classified. Exactly. Would it be really the Maple Mafia? Let's do that. Okay. Oh, that works. That's actually quite cool. I think that is pickling moose. What did elk do to deserve such treatment today? I mean, boom. I feel like I've gotten off by one error somewhere. No, I haven't. It is 11. Okay. I need more trapdoors. Yeah. Canada does something, Geneva tells them off, and then adds it to the "this is a war crime" list. Do that, and then...
Go!
Yeah. Ow. That one made me jump quite loudly. There we are. That. Ooh. That's starting to look really nice. And hydrate. Hail hydrate. Thank you for the attempt at a tromp. Stretch. Well, thank you for the attempt at a tromp scare. Yeah, this is getting the feel for a Romanov Fnurbles with a Trump chaser. It's too freshly spooked. Got to wait until he's distracted and then spook him again. Yep. Oh, I've not got anywhere near enough spruce trapdoors for the next bit. That. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 11s. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I feel like I should do something special at this intersection. What kind of what kind of fnurble would a cocktail be? What time would what kind of cocktail would a fnurble be? It feels like it would probably be a variant of an old-fashioned. Let's try that again. Apparently I can't count to save my life. Still can't count. Still can't count. Off by one. Fnurble's cocktail is so named because shortly after consuming it, you're liable for child support. Wow. That's not a cocktail that I'll... Some days it seems like he's maintaining abstinence. Abstinence? Ah! That one. Nutty transfusion. It's apparently a day of sirens. Hey, Blunding, welcome in. Sirens or sirens, apparently. Apparently they heard about the gremlins. That feels like an appropriate sirens quote. Alright. Is that in that? Yes, it is. I was about to say, is that in the right place? But the answer is yes. That gets one of those. That gets one of those. That's another one of those here. That. How are you doing, Blunding? Doing well? That's lovely to hear. I got off by 4. Dope. Just finished a redstone build. I am doing okay. I am attempting to hide a redstone build. In this instance, I am attempting to hide a copper golem powered storage system. Or at least prettificate it. Oh, that needs to possibly be one I'm missing. So in this instance, well, the copper golems are going to be perfectly visible. They're going to be walking through the safety cages up here. But then we're going to have this section, so I can open the chests and actually modify the filters here, and then everything that comes out will go down into the storage room below. And all of this is going to look out over, well, basically a giant hangar deck for an airship. Because apparently I have absolutely no self-respect and attempted to build things ridiculously. I haven't. No, not self-respect. No self-control. One of those words was useful. Oh, I forgot to wax my copper trapdoors. Whoopsie. But, yeah, a lot of this is actually that one, that one, that one, and that one, and that. Oh, that's not waxed. Okay, I can let that age. Those I would like to have aged a little. Got the nickname from Lena. Tend not to use it yourself. The joys of nicknames. Sometimes they happen. Sometimes you have control over them, and sometimes you could ask for them to not to be used, and people will listen. Oh, goodness. Are we really at... That's not fair. Right, let's see if we can get this a little bit further on, because I've just noticed what's about to happen. Yeah, I've just recognised that one, Mad, but thank you for the thank you for the beginnings of the countdown. Ah! You go there, you go there. One here, one here, one here, one here. I need a copper chest or two. There's two. That's not the copper chest, that's the copper chest. Ah! That was a miss. One of these days I need to make it so that I can get across this gap. Actually, not really, but hold on. Where are we going? Where are we? Why are we here? Okay, so that gets a chest, and that gets a chest. Right. And then I'm hoping to get one section. You get a chest, and you get a chest, and you get bees! Ah, there we are. Probably need to work out if... Well, I guess I've already worked out which direction this is going. So, input is going to be over there, output is over there. Apparently that is a preset direction because I've already set it up. I wasn't thinking, apparently. But apparently we're doing that. That goes there. That goes there. And doop, 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 doop. There. Nope, I got that one too far. Off by one error. Let's try that again without the error. And we have an event Pokemon in chat for those who might want it. It's possibly your last one of this evening. That and that go there. There should be hoppers running into this. Let's add that. And another one here. No. You. What did I do to hide the hopper? Oh. I didn't. What did I do to hide the hopper here? I didn't. Okay. That's going to be a problem still. That's a problem for tomorrow, Scott's. Scott's captain and the world of tomorrow. Oh, hey. Wow. Apparently, RNGesus is on form and accurate for music. That should have been there. There's the distant sound of Wednesday fnurbling. Almost certainly guaranteed. I've just started something without actually knowing what I was doing. Is anyone shocked? Apparently that wasn't a design that I'd finished making up, but we're going to go with it, it seems. Because... yeah? Right. We are 5 minutes into Pretties mode, so I'm going to declare Pretties. So let's run upstairs to my Shulker monster and my chest monster. Monday, Tuesday, Fnurble, Wednesday, Thursday, Fnurble, Thursday, Friday, Fnurble, Fnurbling, what the way, wondering how to Fnurble to you. I won't. No. I need those, where did I leave them? There they are. That's not enough. Sorry. Sounds of chesting will continue. I need to have the Pale Oak stairs in place, because without them it just looks too incomplete. I can live without the some of the sections of the floor, but I can't live without those. Without those. There. That's better. Okay, now it looks reasonable. There are elements that are still incomplete quite heavily, but I quite like this. This is starting to feel like the sort of storage, and I found the wood I was looking for. Yes, this is starting to feel like the storage area control room that I was hoping for. It's going to have copper golems walking around on top of it. It's going to have the same on the opposite side of the aisle. It's got this below it for the actual storage room. In front of the chests in the floor will be solid blocks, most likely, indicating what's stored in each of those chests. And then there will be some support columns across. Yeah, I think we can tomorrow get this to look. I think tomorrow we'll be working on this floor. What I might do is try and repeat this at least across the rest of this side, just so we've got something to work against a bit more. But I really, really think this is starting to get the feel I was hoping for. Particularly when you take into account that it's going to be all over the place. This is going to be missing. So it will be more like this by way of what you can see, which is why I want to get the bit in the middle, why I want to get it progressed all the way along here, because I think if we can see it from here, then we'll get a feel for what this is going to look like a lot more. Hey, Footy, welcome in. Just made it in as we're in Pretty's mode. Thank you for joining us, and thank you for joining the Scurry. I really like the way that this is coming together. It's got that feel of a semi-industrial, sort of steampunk, heavily controlled feel, which is what I was looking for. However, we have reached the point where it is time for me to wrap up. Because that tends to be what happens at this time of the evening. Thank you to everyone for joining me this evening. It has been lovely having you all here. Interesting quote. Goodness. I will be back again tomorrow at my usual time of 2.5 hours previously to now, where we're going to be carrying on with more of the storage area prettification. Ginger, that's an interesting quote for you to get. You're almost at 100,000 points. Nice. Thank you to everyone for joining me this evening. I have had absolutely great fun having you all here, and I think we've managed to make quite a lot of progress. As I say, I will be back again tomorrow for us to carry on all of this. There is a lovely streamer that we can raid out to that we haven't raided out to for goodness. We have not raided out to them for an absolute long time. So, I am going to send us in the direction of the absolutely fantastic, amazing Deep Sky Miner, who is continuing their build of Isengard, which is one of those ridiculously over-the-top builds that Deep manages to do so well. I hope everyone has a good time zone. I hope everyone has a fantastic evening. Thank you to everyone. Oh, hold on. We haven't had the raid message. Deep Fried Miner? Yes. The man is known for a ridiculous build. Deep 2, for that matter. Thank you, Blacklad. I hope everyone has a good time zone. I hope everyone has a fantastic evening. Take care of yourselves, and I will hopefully see you again soon. Bye-bye.